Hello, and welcome to the NextSTEP wall mount patch panel installation video. NextSTEP wall mount patch panels are a major subsystem within the overall NextSTEP technology solution, extending the innovation, flexibility, and accessibility of the NextSTEP rock mount systems to wall mount installation environments. Every NextSTEP wall mount patch panel comes with an instructional sheet, along with a mounting hardware kit, tie wraps, and identification stickers, as shown here. Once you have removed the wall mount panel from the box, let's go ahead and open the front door by releasing the draw latch, as shown here. Great. The front door is held open 90 degrees with the wire stopper. You can temporarily disengage the door so it can be fully opened at 180 degrees for the ease of installation. Do this by simply unscrewing the wing nut and removing the wire rope. Next, the wall mount enclosure includes a set of screws found within the included hardware kit. To mount the enclosure on the wall, place and level the enclosure at the desired position and mark the keyhole, as shown here. Put the enclosure down and use a drill bit to make a hole where you put your marking. Utilizing the keyhole, hang the enclosure onto the screw and tighten until the enclosure feels fastened. Next, level the enclosure and fasten the remaining 4 screws into the holes, as shown here. Wirewerks offers this open spool option, which is engineered and manufactured for the use of installation as a wall-mounted cable slack management device. Installation is easy. Simply fasten the open spool with the provided screws, using the pre-drilled mounting holes located in the inside of the spool. Make sure you level the top 2 mounting holes, as shown here. Next, using the top mounting holes, fasten the wall mount using the screws that come with the open spool. Use the remaining 2 screws to secure the bottom, as shown here. Great! Let's move on to the cable routing. Let's look at 2 examples of how we can manage our cable routing. First, let's start by coming in from the top entry point through the cable glands, as shown here. Installation is quite easy. Simply unscrew the gland nut and install it on the cable assembly with the screw end facing out, as shown here. Do this by inserting 1 connector at a time. Great! Now do the same and insert them into the panel through the cable gland, as shown here. Next, push your cable assembly through the cable gland till you've reached the desired length. Screw the gland nut back in place till you feel enough resistance that the cable is secured in place. You don't want to overscrew as it may compromise your cable. Now, to ensure proper routing in the enclosure, the magnetic NextSTEP bundle managers can be used to route your cable at the bottom of the base. Another example is by bringing the cable in from the bottom cable entry point. You can do this by simply passing it through, as shown here. Utilizing the cable tie bridges, fasten your cable in place. To install a NextSTEP distribution module, simply remove the dust cover located at the back. Then, remove the dust cover of the MPO connector. Now, go ahead and align the key in the proper position and apply some pressure to make the complete connection. Now that your connection is made, go ahead and slide your module from the rear. We recommend starting at the bottom position, known as position or slot 1, as shown here. Now, go ahead and repeat these steps for the remaining modules. Please note, most NextSTEP modules and splice trays can be installed in the same manner. We recommend best practices to inspect your connector before connecting. This is to ensure that there are no contaminants affecting your signal. Great. Let's reconnect your door stopper. Put your wire cable back in place and screw in your wing nut as shown here. Next, let's install the identification sticker. You can do this by placing your port identification on the top slot base, as shown here. To install a patch cord, start by disengaging the module just by pinching the tabs inward and slowly pull it towards you, as shown here. Careful not to pull out the module too far out as to put tension on the back entry cable. To connect the patch cord, Simply remove the dust cap of the module. Then do the same for the patch cord. And carefully insert your connector. Now, safely route your patch cord utilizing the integrated cable management on the module. Then, proceed to route the patch cord through the magnetic cable bundle system, as shown here. Now proceed to route your cable at the back of the distribution module, while continuing to route your desired cable slack utilizing the interior magnetic cable bundle system, as shown here. You'd want to ensure to respect the fiber band radius when routing your cable. Once you have reached your desired length, you can secure the outgoing cables to the cable tie bridge with a Velcro, as shown here. Great! Now to close your front door, simply apply some pressure upwards. Use the draw latch to secure the door in place. Should you require to lock the door, you can do so by the optional lock feature, as shown here. Please note that the NextSTEP wall mount is precision engineered and manufactured to ensure that there are no bends or kinks that create signal degradation when the door is in the closed position. That's it. You're done. For more information, you can visit our YouTube channel or visit our website at www.wirewerks.com.